Hello everyone, since the tomb, welcome to another mod overview, this time on WitherUtils Actor, another mod from the WitherUtils sort of series of mods. Last time I covered the XP one, and just came across the Actor one and seemed interesting with some of its features. So, what you've got, obviously, is the Activator, which is made with stone buttons, piston, redstone blocks, and there's an actor case, which is your sort of machine chassis, sort of base block that you use for everything, which is iron, coal, and lapis. You then obviously can use that and a bunch of other resources to get things like a scanner with a lens, redstone torches, and observers. And it's made like so, so I assume that's an upgrade of sorts to the observer. We'll check it out soon. We've got a clicker made with stone buttons, tripwires, and dispensers. Dropper, sorry. Diamond picks, redstone torches, iron bars, and the following. Makes a miner. We've got redstone paper, observers, and redstone torches and such to make an online detector. You need just redstone dust and paper for that one. You've got the upgrade cases and redstone torches for a placer. And then we've already covered the activator. The upgrade case is just made like so. And then you can obviously use it for the machine, or you can use it for a speed upgrade. And that seems to be it. Finally, there's the miner wheel, but I assume that just appears when you've placed one of these blocks or so. But we'll see. Or maybe you can place it in the world. You can see through the ground. Alright, so Activator, place this in the worlds, and you get a bunch of options. So you've got redstone control, I assume just on or off, no ignored here. You've got the button, which will be your left or mouse, left or right mouse button. I don't know how I messed that up. We've got preview, which I assume that is like an area of effect of what it's going to do. That'll be my guess what it does. You got level, which, alright then, assuming that means it's either down or in front of it, so that would be for things like placing down seeds versus like, I guess, hitting a mob or mining something. And you've got the tool item you want to put in here, so we could put in, say, for example, a sword. I might just get a bed or something and just test it myself or so. Besides mobs. So let's see. Alrighty, so we'll put this in here. We'll do that. Not doing anything. Don't think so. Preview. Okay, so do we need an actual redstone signal for this? Let's see. Let's do that. Nothing? Oh, where did it go? Right. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So that consumes that. So that's a bug. That's not supposed to happen. So let's try this. Nothing that time? Alright. Let's try with seeds on farmland. That should work. Hopefully. Okay. Maybe it's not for attacking mobs and such. Oh, there we go. So, ooh. Interesting. So it can sense what it can detect what it wants to interact with, but it's not actually doing them. Oh, it's behind it then. Okay, maybe that's why. Let's see. It's interesting. Okay. Because maybe I had it wrong this whole time? So that's still using it even though there's nothing there. Can I turn that on? Interesting. So, in terms of farmland, it probably is supposed to work, it's just I'm not getting it working correctly for some reason. We'll get a pickaxe, and we'll try some ores, for example. So let's do this and this. We'll try that, and we'll try, I guess, that if we need to. Oh, what? Oh. Come on. Work for me here. Oh. Why does it keep consuming them? I'm assuming it's supposed to be using durability, not consuming the tool, but for some reason each time I put a tool in here, it takes it as, like, one part of the mining process, maybe? I'm not sure. That's a bit odd. Anyways, we'll move on, so we don't keep going with the same thing. There's obviously more to see. Got the clicker. So that preview worked. Did I not display that preview correctly? Sound like something in here. Alright. Just wanting to make sure there's nothing there. Maybe it just doesn't show one. It's consistent with all blocks and GUI. So we've got the clicker, which I assume is just for, obviously, like, you could use as a block placer, or technically more so as a seed placer than the activator, which is actually a good reason to test this, because obviously I've used click machines and other using type blocks before. Let's see. Actually, no, this would be for, like, flipping a lever or interacting with certain things, wouldn't it? If I remember correctly. That would be more its purpose, I think. Got that. Ah, so that's what that part's for. Okay. Is it actually going to do it? Let's see. So because I do or don't have it facing the right way, maybe. So that's that. So we've got the upgrade speed. Is anything there? That apparently doesn't have an upgrade slot. Alright. I'm gonna need those anyways. Let's get rid of those. Let's actually try a lever. It's not actually doing anything, maybe. Alright, do sand, do that. Okay, now it can. So it can't down there, but it can in front of it. That makes more sense. So that's probably not the most practical, but I guess if you wanted to maybe control the lever in a way, or some other type of thing that's more useful to interact with it, then yeah. But there's no actual slot in here, so you can't put anything in it, but you do have to just have things that interact with the world, like levers, changing the delay on redstone repeaters or something like that, maybe. Obviously, there's more practical. This is as much as I can come up with, just to showcase it. Got the miner, which obviously you can put a book in there. Okay, then. Right, so we've got the preview, which is just that there. Okay, so that's what that's part of. So we'll go, say, an ore. Maybe this is more sort of block breaker rather than a actual quarry, at a guess here. That'll, I guess, cycle every so often. Do that, or do this. Go for something else that's fortune related. See if we can pick it up. I'm assuming if you put something like, say, Silk Touch in here, that's maybe what that's for? Instead of like having a Silk Touched pickaxe or something? Yes. We do Obsidian, we can test if it is that capable, like a diamond pick is. Or just break it and nothing happens. No? Okay, so we've got it. And, yeah, so that'll just turn it on or off, that'll preview it. Self-explanatory. Online detector. Detects if a user is online. Obviously I'm in single player, so I can't do that, but if I wanted to... apparently shifting just does... Oh. Well, that's because I've got inventory set to E, so for some reason it just exits it. That's weird. Where can I change it again? I've never actually had to change my inventory key, so this is going to be interesting. Just go right shift for now. There we go. Do that. And I'm assuming that's supposed to happen, letting you know that a player is actually online. If we don't, then obviously it'll be that that particular player that it's trying to detect is not there, so I can only test on myself, so that's as far as I can go. With that, I can't access my inventory now, but I'll change that back. Yep, that's not what I wanted, there we go. Next we have the placer, which places a block. So obviously you got your breaker, placer, and such sort of common things there. Places it behind it, and that just lets you know it's got a redstone signal. I don't think it's intended for controlling it. Like an override sort of thing. But anyway, we'll just go... I don't know, place glass or something in it. We can just break it, because it's easy to break, and so on. Obviously you had an actual block breaker, you could easily have it on the other side, or one of these sides or so, or above maybe, and then it can easily pick it up. So for example, you have this place ore, you have the other mine it, and then it breaks it into coal or something like that, or harvests the, you know, seeds or something. I don't think this will work on seeds though, but we'll test it with some farmland beneath it, even though there's no, you know, focus on below. Okay, there is. Okay, there was no button to decide it, but there is the ability to do that. So if you wanted to, once it's fully grown, you can then obviously have it harvest for you. So there's that. Next we have the scanner, because that's actually the last feature. That also lets you see in the world. That's interesting. See, then you got the scanner, which allows you just to scan blocks. So it's currently scanning air, because there's nothing else. Apparently it has an outline for some reason. There's no need for redstone detection, really. So we'll just go, for example, up cactus, because we're in a desert. We'll try and scan that. Can it detect anything? That's just going above it, showing what it's able to scan, possibly? Alright, we'll just go sand or something. Do I need to have sand in front of it, by chance? Oh, okay. Weird. Oh. That's weird. So you can put items in here, but you can also technically put them in front of it as well. Oh, okay, so it displays it above there, but interesting. Or is that just a... Interesting. Okay. Can it also detect water? My guess is probably not, but we'll test that, because I'm curious if it can always detect fluids and things, besides just blocks, because of how different they are. So let's try something like water. It can detect it there. It's not going to display it above it, though, I assume. It'll display the bucket, but it won't display, like, a, you know, an actual block, or source, or flowing, or anything like that. Energy we can't show off. Can I show something that's small, like seeds, or a different type of thing entirely? Like that? Just do this, do this, and do this. Is that gonna show with seeds? We've got wheat crops there. Is that actually... Yeah, so I'm assuming that displays because it's trying to be like a ghost item. Or just some item it displays it on. Right, so we'll just do this, and see if we can also detect redstone dust. Is that because I put that in there, or is it because it actually saw it? Yes, okay, so certain things that are in the block space, whether small or entirely different there, will work, I guess. The lever, it's not going to detect item entities, I assume. No, so it has to be an actual thing in the space for it to count. Even the lever on the end of it, it'll count. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you need to use these for any type of things, like for farms or certain contraptions or something, then obviously you can. But yeah, each one has their own specific use. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.